yeah, during practice, yeah, we did practice. We did dirt practice, and I did. Oh yeah, I did a vlog about that already. I'm not gonna really go over it in too much detail, but I didn't really get the. Oh, okay. So yeah, the deal was we were only gonna do one race on Sunday, so I was like, oh yeah, I get a break on Sunday, you know. So so what wound up happening was they split the class up, the adult mini class. So they had a mini class for asphalt only, because some people like, oh, I don't want to ride in the dirt. I hurt myself. I don't want to ride in the dirt, or I don't want to ride in the dirt. So they kind of accommodated them, and they said like, yeah, you know, if we can get enough racers together, then we'll have another asphalt race. I'm like, okay, well, sounds good to me. It was the same race as yesterday almost. Oh no. But it was a adult mini. Yeah, it was adult mini for asphalt only. So they had basically what that class was GPB, GPC, and GPA. All the mini GP classes were all combined into one class pretty much, because that was like everybody from yesterday. So that means there were 230s racing in that race. So that was my chance to race against a 230. Okay. I did get to race against 230. Yeah. So on Sunday I got to race against 230. So a 230cc bike, like a CRF 230. You know. So that's a pretty big displacement bike, a bit bigger than this, and you know, I don't know, whatever. This is a 0cc, so we don't really know. But so I get to benchmark this thing against a 230. Okay, so yeah, so they split it up. There's a dirt adult mini, and then there's an asphalt adult mini. So what Hazelmaker did, I was like, oh, we gotta do two. Yeah, I was kind of scratching my head. I was like, man, I don't really want to race two races again because I'm hella tired right now. Hella tired. And I thought we were only going to do one race because, you know, 3 races is already too much, you know. But if it's only one race for that day, then, you know, I get a lot of breaks in between. So yeah, we were just going to race the... we were going to choose. The idea was... The original idea, this is what was supposed to happen. What was supposed to happen was I was supposed to decide which bike I felt more comfortable with riding in the dirt. Okay? And to tell you the truth, oh yeah, so what happened during the practice was I got more practice with the KLX in the dirt than I did with the Light B, because the practice times were like less. We didn't have as much practice on the second day. And I only got to take this out on the dirt like briefly, and then I got one good session on this one. And one of them was an asphalt session only because they just watered the track, you know, like super slippery. So I got to actually ride on the track with it super slippery, with water. When you transition from the asphalt to the dirt, there's like a mud puddle you hit. And both of the tires just start sliding already. And if the front one slides first, you're screwed. So you got to get it so the whole bike slides, you know, or just the back slides a little bit, you know. But I had it so like I can get both tires sliding, and then boom, I just go. So I got pretty comfortable on the dirt with kaboom, the KLX. I got really comfortable with riding it in the dirt. So I wouldn't have had any problem riding with it in the dirt. So, but I did ride this one in the dirt the other day, and I thought it was okay. So what I did was, I did one practice in the KLX, and I did one practice. Oh yeah, this is where we got the time. So I did one practice in the KLX and one practice in the Light B, and we were hauling the mail, dude. No. Oh yeah, because they split the classes. So now it's like okay, I don't really know which one to choose. But I'm like, I kind of want to choose the Light B because I want to see how it does in a dirt race against, you know, other people, other supermotos. So I said I was kind of more leaning towards let's race the Light B, you know. But then they split the classes up to asphalt and dirt. So we raced this one in the asphalt and we raced this one in the dirt. Okay, so that's what happened. Okay, yeah. I raced this dude Mark. I race Mark all the time, dude. I think I raced him in Sonoma a couple times, and I raced him last year at Shasta, and he's cool. We're literally we're about the same speed and everything. So I only did the practice on this bike because the times were for the grid times were for the light bee for the light bees race, the dirt race. So we did that, and I did really good on the practice. So basically the practice was a qualifying, because you had the transponder, it got your times. So whoever had the faster times, that's how they grid you. Okay, it doesn't really matter because there's so little bikes. Everyone's in the front anyways. To tell you the truth, I didn't want to be in first place. The best place to be is like fourth place, because you're already on the outside. You can go outside and like, you know, already try to go outside inside, right? If you're on the if you're in first place, you were on the inside, so you'd have to shoot out, and then you'd have to do like a supermoto freaking like, you know, park the inside section, and then like just slow down a lot, and then just pivot the bike really fast, you know. Whereas you can take a more road racer line if you go on the outside. I would rather be on the outside because you can get a lot of speed and then just carry it through the turn, as opposed to you get a lot of speed and then just like kind of pivot it. Okay. So yeah. Anyway, that's the times that we got. The first race. So on the second practice, dude, I improved by like 3 seconds. So I was like on fire with the light beat. Holy crap, I couldn't believe it. I went from third place to first place by the second practice. So I really got, you know, I really figured it out. That's what I was saying. So I said, yeah, I'm pretty comfortable with the light beat now. Let's do it. And then, okay, so the first race comes along. I'm not going to talk. The heat race? Yeah, the heat race, I think I lost again. I lost to Mark on the heat race, I think. And, yeah, I was behind him the whole time, and I was closing in on him, but I couldn't pass him. And you know, he's pretty good on that 230. He's a big dude, but it's a 230, you know. So I raced him with this bike. So this bike is about as fast as a 230. I'm not gonna lie, because I can keep up with the 230s, but it doesn't have the same torque as the 230. It doesn't pull you out of the corners like the 230. You have to kind of you kind of have to wind it up. It's like comparing like a 600cc sport bike to like a 1000cc sport bike. Because 1000cc sport bike, it's got a lot of torque, so you don't have to like really wring it out as much, you know, to get that power. So that's the case with the 230, you know. But it's still it's not super duper fast, you know. It's an air cooled 230. But yeah, so he beat me on the first one, and then he beat me on the second race, the main race, okay? But there's this thing, the dude, I think his name was Colin, the guy wearing the white suit. He had the 140cc bike, and he just totally, he was hauling the mail, dude. I'm telling you, he was pushing that bike hard, dude. It was hard to keep up with him in the corners. I'm telling you, those little bikes. Those little bikes with the small wheels, dude, they corner really good, man. It was hard to keep up with him. He passed us in the first lap, and then I couldn't believe it. I'm like, mind blown. I'm like, what the heck? What the heck just happened? Like, yeah, with this bike, and then it was just a battle between him and Mark, like the whole time. And I was in third, and I was watching like everything, you know. And then about the 6th or 7th lap. I think his name was Colin, the big dude with the white suit. He goes down right in front of me, and I'm like, and I'm about to run his ass over, dude. And I just brake really hard, and I stalled the bike. But I'm looking around. I'm like, okay, just start the bike right away. I got an electric start, so the bike starts out right away, and boom, I just you know, evacuate, get out of there. But by that time, Mark is already a good like. He must be a good like 50 feet in front of me, and it was hard to close the distance. I think we had one more lap again, and the dude that crashed, he wound up getting third also. So he even though he crashed, he got back up and he got third place. So man, I'm telling you, dude, he was awesome. it was an awesome race, I'll tell you that. But yeah, I could not catch up to Mark. He was just too far ahead, and he got first place again, and I got second. So that's what this is. Okay? Alright, so adult mini with the dirt, okay? So this is what happens. I think I won the first race. That's right. So it was a dude, older dude, and a 230. I forgot his name. Sorry. It was a 230cc bike, and then it was the I think it was the one, and then there's the other two dudes that were racing in the other race again. So yeah, they did double thing again, man. They, I have to say, this was the first time they'd been racing. You know, they did really good for their first time. I'm not gonna lie, man. They put up a good fight. Um, but yeah, I had the light B. Okay, so anyway, boom. Yeah, we go out there. There's the other dude has a 230, so it's like I get to see how this bike does against a 230. So and first lap, and I'm behind the 230 a little bit. I think something must have happened, and I got behind the 230. I think I had like a bad start or something, but it was like a really close. And I was right behind the 230. So when we got to the straight in the back, I put the hammer down. Boom! And I'm catching him. I'm catching him on the straight. I'm catching a 230 on the straight, man. A 230 is fast, man. It's as fast as this bike, you know. And I pass him like, boom! I walk him, you know. And then, the problem is the Light Beast brakes suck, okay. And I'm coming in the corner hot now, like, oh boy. And I brake really hard, and then I remember it clearly, man. Like I'm like just pitched the bike into the corner, and I have my leg out like a flat tracker style, just in case like something happens to the bike, I can dab, you know. And I boom, I just power out of there, dude. I had to say that's probably my best pass. That was because I didn't really have much passing practice either, because you know there wasn't a lot of passing for me to do. I would always be in the front. So yeah, and then we go into the dirt section, and that's it, man. That's game over. Once I passed him, they couldn't keep up with me in the dirt, and they couldn't keep up with me in the asphalt. No one caught up to me. And that was game over. I won that one. So I think I'm pretty sure I got first place. And then, but so Hawk was going to race. Hawk didn't race he was signed up for that race, but he didn't race the heat race. You don't need to race the heat race, you know. The real one that counts is the main event. Okay, so we get to the main event, and boom! Right off the bat, I'm making all these mistakes, man. I got the whole shot, and then I'm going in the turn, and even that turn, I high sided this bike. I think I got on the front brake too hard, and the bike wouldn't turn, and I went off the track just a teeny tiny little bit, and everybody passed me. I was like, oh man, I had to make it up. So I catch up to them. I'm catching up to them, and then when I get to the straight, I pass them. So I'm first again. But Hawk is up there already. He managed to make it up to like third or second already. And I'm telling you, I don't know what it was. I think he was just playing around with us, because I could see him, and he was like looking around, and I was like, come on. he was kind of like encouraging us to come on, follow me, come on. Like, oh my god, dude, I don't think he's riding seriously, man. He was just playing with us. And yeah, I wound up passing the 230, and then I'm in front of everyone, okay? And then we go through the dirt, and yeah, I'm doing okay. I'm doing pretty good. But I know Hawk is probably better than me in the dirt. That's the problem. So I'm okay in the dirt, but Hawk is really good in the dirt. That's his thing, dude. He's an instructor. So I remember I messed up really bad in the dirt one time. I use the regen throttle to lock the rear up and then back it in around the corner, because there's a part that transitions from the dirt to asphalt, and you got to do like a U-turn. So I do that to get the ass out. And no. What it was is I got really confident on the light beat, and I went way too fast in the first part of the dirt section, and I couldn't slow down fast enough. And I was like, oh no, I'm going way too fast. And I go into the bushes, and that's enough time for Hawk to catch up. And then like I must have messed up somewhere else, and I either he passed me right there, or like something. And then I was like, okay, that's fine. We'll try to catch him up. We'll try to catch up with him. And like he just kept on pulling away. And the 230 never caught up to me, but I never caught up to Hawk. So it was the same story as the other day. So I think I think Had and I messed up on the that dirt section, and I went too fast in that straight section. I I might have been able to get closer to him. That's what really let him pass me. Like if you can keep them behind you, it makes it hard for them to pass you, especially when you have the faster bike. It makes it hard for them to pass you because you just once you get to a straight, it's wah, and then you just disappear, and then they have to catch up to you again, So I'm sure Hawk was having a lot of fun trying to catch up to me. So anyway, same story. Hazelbigger got second, and then Hawk got first. So that's what this is. So I got the second place. Okay, so that's the end of the race weekend. I had a lot of people come up and ask questions about me about the bike. This bike in particular. Lots of people wanted to know what it was. I'm like, oh yeah, it's a Sauron Light B. It's not a stock one. There were some people that knew I had this bike because I brought it out last year and I ran it on the track, but I didn't race it. And people were riding with me and they knew like, oh, that bike is actually pretty fast through the dirt. Like, yeah, it's pretty fast through the dirt. It's super light. I launched that thing. Like, even Hawk told me like man, it's so fun watching you jump that bike. Like, yeah, it is. It's a lot of fun. Like, people think it's like it's not a dirt bike or something, man. They think it's like a bicycle, but dude, it's a serious dirt bike. The Light B, okay? At least for the stuff that we're using it for in Supermoto, it can easily handle that, Now, like a full-blown motocross track, it will probably have some trouble on a full-blown motocross track. That's a little too much for it. But and like really hard enduro stuff, it doesn't like that stuff either. But yeah, it's a legit dirt. It's actually really good for Supermoto. Okay, it's a really good Supermoto bike. Okay, so here's what I was gonna say that the Light B makes an excellent Supermoto bike because it's good on the dirt and it's good on the pavement. Apparently, The only thing is, I wish the tires were a little thicker, a little wider on it, so I don't feel so confident like with the grip in the corners sometimes. But definitely, I know when the good tires are good and hot, I can literally lean it. I can lean it over until I'm scraping the foot pegs. So like we're doing really good on this bike. It's me. It's the rider's problem. I'm sure if you put a better rider on it, it'll be even faster. So okay. So that said, yeah, man, I blew the audience's mind, okay? Lots of people were excited to watch this bike race, okay? So that was cool. I've never been, like, the center of attention before.